Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. I want to do a review of a really cool release that's making its debut at TCAF. And, well, I have a copy in my hand because we're one of the Kickstarter backers. Now, this is the winner from Retrofit Comics and Big Planet Comics. They do some amazing indie comics, and if you've never read one of the releases, you're missing out. I mean, this is exactly what indie comics should be. They're always really creative, really interesting, and, you know, kind of challenge what comics should be. Now, the winner is by Karl Stevens, and it's a bunch of short stories. Now, Karl Stevens is a really interesting artist in that I believe he's a painter by, like, experience or trade, whatever you want to call it, and that's kind of his big thing. He also does comics and brings that style to the comics itself. Now, the winner goes through kind of his life. It's observations, him, his wife, and him pondering his role in both the world of art and comic books. It's kind of fascinating like that. There's this like underlying theme throughout it, and a lot of the stuff serves that, but then there's things of just weird observations that he has. There are some like short stories in it. They're really trippy, really interesting, and I think that's kind of part of that overall meta theme of the entire graphic novel, and it's amazing. This is a fantastic release. I think one of my favorite of the year. You know, indie comics for me, kind of this sort, are either like real hit, I absolutely love them, or miss, where I just don't get them, or I almost think they're like too indie and kind of like too, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not my thing, and that's totally okay. This is absolutely fantastic. Like, if someone said, hey, give me an indie comic that you know, I should check out and want to kind of explore what that world's like, I think this is one of those that I would be happy to give. I just think it's really interesting, very easy to get into, and it had me laughing a lot, and partially probably because I can relate to it. He's got a lot of it has to do with his wife and his relationship, and pretty much he just tortures her with his weirdness and like strange observations, and I can say I relate to that because I do the same thing to my wife. So this retails for $18. As I said, it's debuting at TCAF. You should be able to get this through like Retrofit's website eventually. I don't know if it's up yet. And obviously, though, the comic shops that have absolutely fantastic taste and order it, and you could order this too at some point, I believe. But I want to show you the art and the style because that's what really sticks out to me. So just kind of going over, you can see this like this is a painted style to it. It's just gorgeous. I don't know how to even really dive into, like, describe it, and the only thing I think of is painted is the best way of describing. The work is amazing. This is a read where I was lingering on every single page, looking at all the details, and just, it's a work of art. I mean, it really is, and I think that's the thing that's really fascinating by Stevens' work, is that he himself is pondering what his comic creations are. Are they a work of art, or are they comics? Is it highbrow? Is it lowbrow? Is it somewhere in between? Can it be both? Can it be all the above? Is it none of it? Like, that's the sort of thought process that's going throughout this graphic novel as he, you know, touches upon that here and there. There's really cool, I would kind of say homages to Kirby and some classic stuff with some stories. There's not tons of like narrative stories throughout. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. For the most part, though, it's just 2 or 3 page observations, quick hits, and the payoff in every single one is funny. The punchlines are really good. I love this. I absolutely love this. I mean, this is, I think, one of the best releases of 2018 so far. Absolutely fantastic. And this was part of Retrofit Comics Big Planet's recent Kickstarter, their 2018 releases that was there. Absolutely backed it. I will back every single Kickstarter they ever do just because I think what they do is so fantastic. I'm going to do my best to go get links where you can go purchase this, or you can at least check out the Retrofit site, and when it goes up you can go get it. And again, I don't know if it's released yet. So this is an early copy just because I'm local to the publisher, so I was able to get it. Utterly fantastic. Like, I highly recommend this if you are a fan of indie comics, if you are a fan of that art style, and it's not all color, there is some like black and white in it. Like, if you are a fan of that sort of style, this is something you absolutely have to get. It's beyond fantastic. I fully expect it to be recognized when it comes to Best of and award season at the end of the year. You know, hopefully if people remember it and check it out, like, this is at the top of my recommendation list. It's beyond fantastic. So hopefully you can go get this and get this soon. If I think you're at TCAF, you can go get it there. Now, if you are into indie comics, if you're into Retrofit Comics, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're always on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, right here on YouTube at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, as always, thank you for watching. Keep reading those comics, and go support indie comics in your local comic book shops. As always, thanks. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.